Alright, I want to start this video and come out and just say the title and thumbnail are not clickbait. I'll repeat that, it's not clickbait. It's not the anime filler Poneglyph from Alabasta, it's this one. If you don't recognize it, good, because I didn't either. I can almost guarantee you probably missed this Poneglyph. And I'm also saying that because I missed it myself. I was made aware of this by Geo in my Discord channel. Thank you again for showing me this. But before we get started, I want to clarify some things about my video releases. All the videos I've mentioned on my channel before are real videos, but making them takes a little while and are delayed because of time mostly. If you want to support me and help me get out more of my videos, make sure to subscribe or join as a Patreon, or check out the referral links. Plus, the other main reasons was, a certain godly awakening in the recent chapters. I had to cover those things, right? But anyways, if you're new to my channel, the way I view the world is by making connections. So let me connect you to my vision, the Parvision. So I think this video is a lot more fun if I walk you through the exact thought process I had when I received this information. So here's how my day went. It was a beautiful Saturday morning, and I went through all the things I needed to get done. And the major thing I was really looking forward to was my stream watch party for episode 1015, which animated chapter 1000. And let me just tell you, it was worth the watch. I can't believe One Piece has grown into this beautiful work of art. It's like One Piece grew up with me. The scene where they animated Roger and Luffy as a kid's picture book and Yamato's reaction to the beauty of the story is quite literally how I receive One Piece every day. But so yeah, that's what I was looking forward to, and I was going to work on my Shadows video, which is on the way, guys, don't worry. But that's when Bruno messaged me, and we don't talk about Bruno, but Bruno messaged me on Discord, and he was pointing out that King's outfit is really interesting because it matches Shiryu, the former Impel Down jailer. And truthfully, I never pegged that as super important, but then I was like, yeah, wait a second, Magellan, Shiryu, and King all have the same outfit. King's outfit is just the Impel Down jailer uniform, and I started thinking that can't be a coincidence, but we still have no answer or reason why this is King's outfit. Considering King's backstory, it's almost ironic that he would be wearing something like this. Like Virgo was a pirate that wore a Navy outfit, and that was because he was literally a double agent. Could King have that kind of relationship with the world government? That's when I thought maybe the Beast Pirates source some of their Beast Pirates from Impel Down, and King is allowed to go there to recruit people. We do know Kaido's empire makes trades with the CP0 for weapons and ships, so maybe getting prisoners was a part of it. And then I had a crazy thought because we actually know of a prominent beast pirate who had this exact circumstance. Who's who? He was an imprisoned person who escaped and made his way to become a beast pirate. And we don't really know the circumstances around that besides that he started his own crew first. But then it kind of begs the question, were there other beast pirates that followed the same pipeline? And would that explain why King is wearing an Impel Down jailer outfit? Then I laugh because Who's Who said that there was a jailer who was telling inmates about Sun God Nika being the warrior of liberation. And remember how King said he thinks Kaido is Joy Boy? So then I was like, oh wait, what if King was the one actually talking about Nika to the prisoners? It would explain the jailer's disappearance, but also if anyone were to have the knowledge of Nika, it might be King, given that he is a Lunarian and his apparent knowledge of Joy Boy. So maybe that demon's invitation that was apparently referring to Ivankov also referred to King, maybe? So I just want to clarify that all of this is wild. I don't even know if that would make sense, but we definitely should be given an explanation of why King is wearing an Impel Down jailer outfit, right? It's so intentional, so it must be important. But then I took a step back and I was like, could King maybe have another connection to Impel Down? Or rather Lunarians, could they have a connection to Impel Down? And that's when I was like, wait a moment. Queen said that the Lunarians were gods that can survive any natural environment. That made me think that Impel Down was a place with a wide variety of hells and torturous environments. Each level was referred to as a hell. So then I was like, is there a world where this is where the Lunarians were sent to after the Celestial Dragons took over the Red Line? Or maybe Impel Down was never really a prison, and in the Void Century it was used for something else, and maybe the Lunarians used it. And that's when I was like, wait a second. We don't actually know Impel Down's history. How long has it been in existence? None of that was really ever told to us. Like Morley escaped 100 years ago. So that kind of means that Impel Down was definitely well established even back then. Which really interested me because of this detail. Impel Down is in the Calm Belt. that means it's surrounded by Sea Kings. So why don't the Sea Kings attack Impel Down? Apparently the Marine ships coated the bottom of their ships with sea stone. That was all more of a recent thing. So that was an interesting note, but what was more interesting to me was, how was Impel Down even built? Who could have built it? And that's where my mind was blown even more. So there's two details here surrounding sea stone. So apparently Impel Down had sea stone lining cells and the bars, right? And I was thinking that's low-key redundant considering they put sea stone on the prisoners anyways. And then I was thinking, like, when was sea stone structure ever really a plot point in Impel Down? It was just the cuffs that really mattered. That's when I was like, wait, Impel Down is in the calm belt. Doesn't that mean the entire outside stone is sea stone? Because if it weren't, then wouldn't Sea Kings just be attacking it? Then it made way more sense because I was thinking, yeah, outside of the sea stone cuffs, it wouldn't make sense to make the walls sea stone, because even if a Devil Fruit user wanted to break out through the walls, the problem is Impel Down is submerged, so you'd have to climb out of hell first, then escape. So if the walls were made of sea stone, then it wouldn't be to keep the Devil Fruit users in, it would be to keep the Sea Kings out, which possibly changes the context of Impel Down's purpose. And then I got even more confused because the whole understanding that Sea Stone warded off Sea Kings was a recent discovery by Vegapunk. But then I took a step back because it was like, wait, there's only one group of people that could have done this. If Impel Down was made of Sea Stone, and this would take incredibly skilled workers to make, then Impel Down might have been made by the Kozuki clan. We know sea stone is sourced from Wano, but then to also use it like this, it might be a world where the Kozuki clan made Impel Down for some unknown purpose, but maybe it wasn't originally intended to be a prison. Even when you look at the top, there's a castle surrounding it by trees. Maybe there was a completely different reason for Impel Down. So you're probably like, Parvision, you've lost your mind. This is One Piece madness. Alright, let me reveal to you where that mystery poneglyph was found. It's from chapter 530 on page 9, located on level 3 of Impel Down called Starvation Hell. Right above this jail cell, there's a poneglyph inset into the structure. And it's not too different than what we've seen of poneglyphs in Skypiea, for example. You also can't deny that this is a very intentional inclusion. It looks nothing like the surrounding wall, and in the anime they glossed over it, but in the digitally colored manga, they colored it with the poneglyph coloring. So at the minimum here is a block of what seems like to be poneglyph text hidden in the manga and in Impel Down of all places. That's kind of absurd, right? I was sitting here thinking like, well, even if there's a poneglyph there, I don't really see Impel Down coming into so much relevance later on in the story. Like maybe we get Impel Down 2.0 with Doflamingo's escape involved, but still, it's just a weird thing that was never included or emphasized. But it feels like a blatant Easter egg for Oda to include, like, it's there. It's in this scene. And based on the way it's inset in the structure, it almost makes it seem like it was built like this. Which again, who do we know created poneglyphs? The Kozuki. If Impel Down were made of sea stone, which is why the Sea Kings ignore it, who has sea stone and who is skilled with it? Wano and the stonemasons on Wano. If the Kozuki built Impel Down, that would explain why there's a poneglyph here. So maybe this poneglyph won't be relevant story-wise, but it'd still be a footstone to explain the Kozuki clan's tie to nearly every aspect of the world, and now including Impel Down. So if all of this is true, then again, it's like, why was Impel Down made? Was it even submerged in the first place? If it was a prison originally, was this where the opponents of the world government were sent? I was thinking about that because, again, the various levels seem really intentional. I was talking to that One Piece talk about this, and Larry and Sebastian pointed out that every level of Impel Down almost seems like the result of an awakened Devil Fruit user, with the set-in-stone climates. Monet's or Aokiji's could have caused the frozen hell, for example. And that might even be foreshadowed by the fact that level 5.5 was created by a Devil Fruit user, which, by the way, is just another example of how useless Sea Stone was inside Impel Down, that it couldn't even prevent that, which makes me even more so think that it was used to line the outside of Impel Down rather than the inside. And another thought that I had was maybe each floor was specifically designed to torture a specific counter to the world government. Like, you could maybe put the Lunarians in the Frozen Hell, maybe Fishmen in the Inferno Hell. Then I was thinking maybe level 3, the Starvation Hell, that was for the Kozuki clan, as a samurai challenged starvation as a thematic many times. And that might be another explanation as to why there's a Poneglyph on that floor. Continuing this thought though, maybe the D clan was in the Internal Hell, or level 6, which is why the punishment there is to be forgotten and erased from history. It seemed like that's what the world government tried to do with the D clan anyways, and the D clan's whole thing was trying to not be erased by the world government, so maybe level 6 was originally designed for the will of D. But overall, I think Impel Down might actually play a huge role in terms of lore. We don't know when it was created, and the existence of it and its location are actually kind of enigmatic to the One Piece verse. How was it built in the Calm Belt, and was it always meant to be a prison? Why is King a Lunarian wearing an Impel Down jailer uniform, and how long has that been the uniform? And now that this Poneglyph has been discovered essentially inside Impel Down, that just makes everything even more confusing. If the Kozuki did build Impel Down, maybe it wasn't meant to be a prison, but rather a microcosm of the world. And that was meant to incorporate all of the world's environments. It kind of feels like Impel Down might have been another place of collaboration where the Kozuki, Fishmen, and Lunarians may have all intersected on. If this theory and discovery excited you, make sure you share this video with as many people as you can. If you like this video, I'm sure you'd love some of my other videos, like how I theorized that Joy Boy might manifest himself in a human fruit, like 6 months ago when I deep dived Chopper's powers. Also, if you want to support me, check out the referral links below and consider joining the community as a visionary on Twitch, YouTube, or Patreon. And so, like always, thank you for connecting with me, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you all on the next Parvision.